I'm gonna give it to you straight. You don't have a muscle imbalance, you're just weak. So stop blaming your lack of strength on one side supposedly being bigger than the other, because it's probably not true, especially if you're a beginner. What you really need to do is just get stronger. You get stronger, that muscle imbalance you think you have will have gone away. Our bodies actually thrive in asymmetry. Like, we're not designed to be symmetrical. One side is going to be bigger than the other, one side is going to be smaller than the other. An example of this is your lung. Your right lung is going to be bigger than your left lung. And that's because of how the organs are situated. One part has the heart on one side, one part doesn't. And so our bodies are designed to accommodate those asymmetries, and they actually work and function properly with asymmetry. So not everything's meant to be symmetrical. When it comes to like you're looking at your muscle, just looking at it from you looking in the mirror, of course you're going to see some things look bigger than the other, or some things look smaller than the other, but that could all really just be in your head. The only way for you to really know, or for you to really say, okay, this is an actual imbalance, is like, say you break your arm, right, and you put it in a cast. That arm is going to need to heal up, and it's not being used in the way that the arm that's not being broken is being used. So of course, when you take the cast off, it's going to be significantly smaller than the other arm. But guess what? Now you have an actual imbalance, because that arm has not been used. The other arm has been used. Even if you do have that imbalance where one arm is bigger than the other arm is going to catch up automatically just by you using it more. So that's really what it is. The more you use it, the more coordinated you get. The reason why you can do a lot of things with your dominant hand is because it's your dominant hand. The reason why you can't do a lot of things with your non-dominant hand is because it's your non-dominant hand. So if you're looking to, improve your strength, you got to focus more on those compound lifts. And by focusing on those compound lifts, that's going to get your body more coordinated in working together. So if you feel like when you're doing, so let's go with a pull-up, you feel like one part of your scapula is rising and the other part's not at the same rate, well, you probably just need to do more pull-ups. And the more pull-ups you do, the better your mind-body connection will get. And so that way you'll be doing, not say equal, but you'll just be pulling a lot better, and you'll find that your pull-ups get more smooth. And that imbalance you think that's hindering you will actually not be of any significance, because you'll be able to just bang out as many reps as possible. But that's only if you stop focusing on imbalance and just focus on getting stronger, getting better at the exercise. The only way I see like you focusing on a supposed imbalance would be beneficial to you is if, say, you were doing like a bodybuilding competition where they're focused on aesthetics, they're focused on creating the best symmetry possible with their proportions. That's where I see that, hey, you see an imbalance, you go and work on that. You put work into exclusively making that side look better than it already does, so that way it matches your other side. That's where I could see that being more relevant. But in terms of you getting stronger, that muscle imbalance you think you have is probably not affecting you in any meaningful way, and where it's holding you back from the strength, unless, like I said before, it is where you've broken something and it's actually like, I can look at it and be like, oh, okay, your arm is actually small. Not you looking in the mirror and being like, oh, okay, it looks small. No, like other people can look and see that, okay, this arm is bigger than this arm. A good example of this is when I do an in-body scan, it will show that my left arm is bigger than my right arm. And for a while, I used to think that my issue was that my left arm was not strong enough. And so I would do, for years, I would do any movements that required me to exert a lot of force on my left side so I could get to catch up with my right side. But really, the issue was that, hey, I just didn't use my left side as much as I used my right side. And so now my left side has all this muscle, but in terms of coordination, my right hand dominates this. I mean, I can write with my left hand. I can do I can eat with my left hand. I can brush my teeth with my left hand. I can do all that. But it's not to the same extent that I can do it with my right hand. Even though this side has more muscle on it, this side is still going to run laps around my left hand because I use this hand more. I'm more coordinated with this hand. And that's really what it is. You building that coordination so that way you're able to recruit the right muscles when you need them. And the better you're able to recruit, the more strength you can build. And the more strength you can build, the more force you can project. This is what I used to do. I used to look at my mirror and just look at myself in the mirror and just scrutinize every little thing. I saw that I didn't think was perfect, or was symmetrical in a way. And then it wasn't until years later that I realized, like, oh, our body is of course asymmetrical, but also our muscles attach in different ways. So like, I'm flexing here, right? Some people have their bicep where it attaches all the way here. My bicep is going to attach right here. Some people have it even shorter right here. So that's also going to affect how your body looks too, where your muscles are inserted. And you can't really change that. That's just how you were born, how you were designed. So when I say your muscle imbalances are really holding you back, that's what I mean. There's a lot of things that factor into the way your body looks. And that's not always a negative thing. It can actually help you. Like if you look at somebody with scoliosis, there's I don't know his name, but there's a very successful lifter that had scoliosis, like severe scoliosis, where his spine was actually curved like that, but he was still able to deadlift like over 600 pounds. He did not let that imbalance right there stop him from getting stronger. So there's ways to work around with it, and there's ways to make it benefit you. So the overall solution for you to overcome that muscle imbalance you may think you have is to get stronger with the compound movements. The stronger you get with the compound movements, the better you are at able to recruit those muscle fibers that are needed to produce force. And aesthetically, your body will begin to look how it's designed to look based on the movement that you do regularly. So if you swim a lot, you're gonna probably have bigger lats. If you cycle a lot, you're going to have bigger legs, so on and so forth. And to get stronger, you just need to focus on eating more, sleeping more, resting more, and training more. You do all of those, and that muscle imbalance you thought was holding you back will no longer exist. That's it. Peace.